This is 5 on your side at noon. Focused on you.
We start today with the weekend forecast. Here's a look at the St. Louis Wheel at Union Station. Another nice day out, but some storms are expected tonight, could be brewing. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Maxwell in for Kay Quinn. We can expect some rain overnight and then a return to those humid, hot conditions next week. Meteorologist Gary Frank is here for Jim with our weather first forecast. Hey, Gary.
Yeah, good afternoon. Not all that bad. Anytime we get clouds at the end of June, keep us from really warming up. We'll take these days, especially with the amount of warmth that we've seen over the course of the last few days. You'll see that here as we look downtown. You'll see more cloud cover. Still, the wind has picked up. You have temperatures right now at around 87 degrees, which is pretty close to normal. We still have a heat index again, our dew point in the mid-60s, which isn't all that bad. Could be much worse. We have a south breeze at 11 miles an hour, so that humidity is around. But this is generally starting to fall apart. But that cloud cover and rain off to our west that falls apart leaves the cloud cover, and that's kind of keeping us from warming up too much. We're still probably going to get to around 90 degrees, I think, overall, but as far as close sprinkles here, I think anywhere north of 70, north of Herman, Litchfield, Bowling Green, maybe a light sprinkle this afternoon. Otherwise, it's pretty quiet. The rest of your night is around 90 degrees and cloudy, so not all that bad, but into the overnight hours, we're tracking our next line of storms that they give us at least any sort of rain we can take. The grass is still pretty dry. We'll talk about which portion of your weekend is humid and when we're going to see a return to near 100 degrees.
New at noon, the Supreme Court is now making it harder for prosecutors to charge Capitol riot defendants with obstruction. The justices ruled the charge of obstructing an official proceeding must include proof that defendants tried to tamper with or destroy documents. Only some of the people who attacked the Capitol on January 6, 2021 fall into that category. Former President Donald Trump also faces obstruction charges. Special counsel Jack Smith says this ruling won't affect that case. Now to the story many people are talking about, that dreadful debate between a raspy, sometimes halting President Biden and an avalanche of false or misleading claims from former President Donald Trump. NBC's Alice Barr recaps that 90-minute debacle.
Right now. In addition to that,
with the stakes sky high, President Biden delivering an uneven performance that left many allies concerned. With muted mics, former President Trump appeared more measured than in past debates, but frequently made false claims.
every single thing he said is a lie.
You're destroying our country.
The former president slamming Mr. Biden over the economy.
He's done a poor job and inflation's killing our country.
The president pointing to gains from what he inherited when he said the country was in chaos.
The economy was flat on its back, 15% unemployment.
The two candidates sparring over the border and immigration.
We are living right now in a rat's nest, and because of his ridiculous, insane, and very stupid policies, people are coming in.
And reproductive rights.
And if I'm elected, I'm going to restore Roe v. Wade.
In the sharpest exchanges of the night, President Biden calling out Mr. Trump's legal troubles.
How many billions of dollars do you owe in civil penalties for molesting a woman in public, for doing a whole range of things, of having sex with a porn star?
The former president denying wrongdoing.
I didn't have sex with a porn star, number one.
And deflecting.
His son is a convicted felon.
President Biden later saying of his performance.
It's hard to debate a liar.
Many voters frustrated by what they saw.
The feeling I had inside was, Trump, hell no. He lied through the whole thing. And Biden, it's like, oh no. He is really in a bad shape.
The fallout only beginning from a debate that could help shape this race. Former President Trump also downplayed the January 6 Capitol attack, and when asked if he would accept the results of this election, he said he would if it was a fair and legal and good election. The candidates are set to debate again in September. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
The Associated Press examined the statements made during that 90-minute debate. Trump once again spreading misleading claims about January 6, migrant crime, the economy, and the environment. Biden also had some misfires. For example, he overstated cost savings on insulin and incorrectly said no American soldiers have died on his watch. 16 troops died in hostile military action during Biden's 3.5 years in office. Many people are reacting to President Biden's performance last night. It's now crystallizing concerns of many Americans that at age 81, he may be too old to serve as president another 4 years. The faltering performance sparked a fresh round of calls for the Democrat to step aside before the convention. Meanwhile, Trump's rhetoric offered Americans a reminder of the bombast he often launched daily during his tumultuous 4 years in office. Our coverage of the debate continues at KSDK.com and on the 5 on Your Side app. It's free on your phone's app store. Just search KSDK. A crash leaves a person dead in Granite City. Police say officers tried to stop a Dodge Ram for speeding last night, but the truck took off. When the officer lost sight of it, they stopped chasing. Moments later, they found that truck crashed on Niedringhouse Avenue. The driver died. The person has not been identified yet. The St. Louis Police Department is confirming a woman shot and killed herself after a fight with her boyfriend. Officers say she was never struck by a police officer's bullet when an officer fired at her. This is now a follow-up to a breaking news story we told you yesterday. Police say the woman fired 2 shots as her boyfriend drove away in North City. When officers arrived on scene, they say she raised her gun and fired at the same time as an officer. Her boyfriend is now cooperating with investigators. New details today on the investigation into the death of a University of Missouri student who died during a trip to Nashville. A report released by the Tennessee Alcoholic Beverage Commission finds no clear evidence that Riley Strain was overserved on the night of his death. Strain went missing after leaving a bar March 8. Police found his body 2 weeks later in the Cumberland River. An autopsy found Strain had a blood alcohol content nearly 3 times the legal limit to drive. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker is reacting to that massive sinkhole in Alton's Gordon Moore Park. The sinkhole suddenly forming Wednesday morning in the middle of the soccer fields. As engineers work on solutions, Governor Pritzker says the Mine Safety and Health Administration has his full support. In this statement, Pritzker says the people of Alton deserve safety and should be quickly alerted to any information regarding this collapse and potential future impacts. Still ahead, holiday travel heating up, the issues that could interrupt your vacation plans if you plan to fly. Plus, details about the nonprofit looking to keep East St. Louis safe and secure, one home at a time.